guys, it's Laura again. So this week on Queer Source the theme is coming out, and again I'm kind of boring when it comes to this, but so I've probably come out to about 3 to 4 people, I think, maybe more, but like officially come out to probably like 3 or 4 people. The main person I came out to was my mom. I came out to her about this fall when there was a potential relationship happening that didn't really end up happening that much, so yeah. But I came out to her because I was like, well, I may be in my first relationship, my mom probably should know that I'm asexual. It was also a really good way to just bring it up in conversation. Anyway, so I came out to her and she was okay with it. She was pretty much just like not knowing what it was, and I tried to explain it to her, but she was still, by the end I was talking to her, she was still like, well, you know, don't close off your options, you still don't know for sure, that kind of a thing, which is kind of frustrating, but at the same time it's like, you know, she's trying, so eventually she'll get it. I find it kind of funny because most of my friends that do know now have found out because I just assumed they'd known. Like, my friend Lissy, I was talking to her, and then we were talking about this guy I was possibly going to be with, and then I just made some comment about like being asexual. She's like, what? I'm like, oh, by the way. And that's actually how I come out to a lot of my friends, is just being like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm asexual. And they're both just like, really? Why didn't you just tell us before? I'm just like, I forgot. Same with the Queer Source guys. I somehow assumed that Clayton and Matthew knew even though they didn't. And so when they're planning Queer Source, they're like, talking about coming out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to come out to my mom. And they're like, wait, you came out as what? And I'm like, asexual? But yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah. Also, on the topic of coming out, I found a black ring today. In case you don't know, black rings are kind of like the symbol of asexuality. And I kind of used to attempt to wear one last year, but it was really, really fail. But I actually found one now. It was way too expensive. But I'm not sure if I should wear it, because at the same time as like I pretty much act like I'm out, but at the same time I don't know if I really need it, if that makes sense. Also, it's really sorry, Tiga. It's like trying to eat my yogurt. No. Here.
Hey, Tika. Meow.